Hi everybody, welcome to All That Jez. I'm Jez Marie. My friends and family like to call me Jez, that's J-E-Z. And today we are going to do an anniversary spread for a Happy Planner Vertical. So I hope you enjoy the music, I hope you enjoy the chit chat. I'm so glad that you're here with me. Let's get to it. So as you can see here, we have this. Was a card from Dollar Tree that I cut up. I'm gonna use parts of this card for this spread. This is also from Dollar Tree, these stickers of robots. Yes, it's our anniversary. 9 years together, my husband and I. And I know that he absolutely loves gaming. So I figured it'd be nice if I'd do a spread with that in mind. I hope everybody's doing well. The flu has gone around, not in this house, thank goodness, but it's been going around here in Austin, and the temperature has been strange, cold, and then really hot one day, and so a lot of people are getting sick. And then to top it off, there's also the pollen in the air that's causing havoc too. So I'm sorry if you hear me clear my throat a lot during this. I will do my best not to, but medicine just isn't cutting it lately. So yes, as I said, 9 years we're celebrating, and we had 2 weddings. On March 5th of 2016, we got married with our pastor on the lake in Cornelius, Lake Norman, and our children and our moms, and that was it. It was a very intimate wedding, just us. And then in September of that same year, the September 4th of that same year, we got married with our homes and family. So we celebrate the 5th, which also happens to be my grandma's birthday. And my grandma is in heaven, and so for the past few years that she's been gone, my husband and I, we've been celebrating our anniversary by having crab legs and a balloon ceremony where we take a balloon and we write prayers on it, and prayers for grandma to read, and then prayers for our marriage, and then we release. So that is what we had planned and have planned to do. I do have a lot of work that I need to do for school, and I hope I get it done in time so that we can enjoy it. But my husband is really understanding, and he doesn't want me to feel rushed and things for school, so he's understanding. And he was so sweet to get me roses and a beautiful card this morning. So yeah, it's awesome. I do recommend people getting married, having 2 weddings if they can. And I say this because we put so much pressure on the wedding day, and we're so stressed out and so nervous because we want everything to be perfect, and we forget that the whole reason why we're getting together and celebrating is for love, and the marriage is what's the most important part. So that resonated with both of us, and we asked our pastor if he could marry us twice. But also on top of that, we were doing premarital counseling, and our pastor wanted us to live separately until we were married. and we were already living together, so he had to move out for a little bit, and then once we got married in the intimate wedding, he was able to move back in, which I appreciate that the pastor wanted that to happen, and I appreciated that my husband went along with it, that the kids went along with it. Everybody was very supportive in that, and we didn't get a lot of flack from our family at all that why they weren't invited to that wedding, or they still made a big deal about the celebration in September. And yeah, it was sweet, and I was grateful to both of our moms for being there, and it was so special because we had after the ceremony and we went through our vows and we said I do, our pastor gathered us all together and we held hands and we all prayed together as a family unit, and I thought that was so special, and that was a good start to our marriage, in remembering to put God right in the middle and of our marriage and make sure he is always included in our decisions and in the way we live out our marriage, and to always remember what it means to be the godly wife and the godly husband. And this is my second marriage, and I definitely didn't have that mindset in my first marriage. I learned that after the fact, and so I definitely believe that faith plays a huge role in how successful and long-lasting a marriage could be. And in that, we had heard someplace, I think we went to a marriage retreat one time, and the pastor who was leading that retreat said it's important to know the hierarchy of the roles, and where God is first, your spouse is second, the children are next, and then everyone else and everything else is after that. And that made so much sense to me, because I remember in my previous marriage and in marriages that I've seen children go first, people put so much, and not to say that children don't matter, that's not at all what I'm saying, but it's important that your spouse and you put God first, and then you're able to make decisions together based on what you think God thinks is the right decision, as opposed to making it solely on what you think is best for your family alone or best for you. And I said this to my professor at the seminary, and he's like, I would definitely add a 2 in the mix right before spouse is yourself. And I agree, and then also I struggle with that ideology. And I guess I agree in putting yourself first, as to make sure that you don't mold yourself into your spouse, or that you forget your morals and your values for someone else's, and that you don't become completely so far away from who God created you to be, and that you don't allow anybody to go in between your relationship with God. And so I understand that. I'm apprehensive to say it in such a way where it's God first, then oneself, and then your spouse, and then the children, because people are so selfish that it's so easy to make decisions based on what feels best for you. And And so it's important to remember that yes, you want to do what's best for you, or you shouldn't be in a relationship that's abusive, that is clouding your judgment, your morality. And that way you have to do what's best for you and protect yourself. And once you put God first, I'm sure, I'm fairly positive, if not completely positive, that he'll help you be able to discern what is coming from a selfish place and what is coming from a place of wisdom and love, which is how we should always make our decisions, out of wisdom and love. So I always now have that in my mind, and it's always something that I always have to grapple with, because I am a people pleaser, and I'm afraid sometimes that it gets very easy to it gets very easy to get complacent and do all that you can to make somebody happy. And we got to remember, here I go getting deep again. Don't you just love it? We just got to remember that our job isn't to make somebody happy. One, happiness is a fleeting feeling. It doesn't last forever. And if you depend on someone to make you happy, you are surely going to get very disappointed, because that is too big of an expectation to have for just a person who is, doing the best they can. Yeah, you shouldn't definitely put so much pressure on somebody to make you happy, and nor should they expect you to make them happy. You should find happiness within yourself and lean on each other for support and to enjoy life and things like that, but also to be there for each other when life isn't so enjoyable, because let's face it, life is not going to be enjoyable 24/7. And there are going to be hard decisions that have to be made that not everybody's going to agree on. And someone is going to have to give in for the good of what is best for everybody, including themselves. And I think that's something that we tend to forget, is that there's more than just you in the relationship. So especially if there's children involved, you have to do what's best for the children, for you, and for your spouse that you chose to marry. And I learned that, again, like I said, this is my second marriage, so I learned that late in the game, but I'm glad that I did eventually get it. And I still struggle sometimes, especially with that verse in the Bible about wives submitting to your spouse. Because I was raised in it was a very matriarchal family. Men were like pictures in a frame for decoration. The women made the decisions of what they believed to be what's right for them, their child mostly, their children mostly, not even for themselves. And I did that in my first marriage, unfortunately. But I don't want to do that now, especially now that I know and understand the Bible and understand the words and what it means to be a godly wife. And it first starts with your relationship as a wife with God, your own relationship with God, and what that means to you. Guys, I'm always getting so deep with you. But anyway, so we got married very quickly. We got married, I think 2 months after he proposed, because he proposed January 20th, 2016. And we got married 5 or 6 months after we got together. So I like him being upside down like that. That was cute. So it was really quick. And, you know, my mom would say she thinks that we got married too quickly. And we didn't really know each other. And that is true. But I was with my ex-husband for 9 years. And I feel like, do you ever really get to know somebody 100%? I feel like no. Reminds me of Bubble Bobble when they whenever they die, they come falling back from the sky. So no, you don't really know someone right away. It doesn't matter how long. It depends. It really just depends on how much you're willing to show the person of yourself. It doesn't matter how long you are together, and it matters how honest you're being with each other. It matters, you know, how honest you're being with yourself. Those kind of things. So yeah, but you know, I'm glad I eventually learned that, and we're not perfect by no means. We still struggle a lot in our marriage, especially stuff like parenting, finances. You know, that's something still that we're working through. But the difference is that we're trying and willing to work through these things. And when we can't figure it out on our own, we lean on God, and we also are willing to get professional guidance by a marriage counselor, because it's hard. It is so hard. It's hard to trust somebody, to trust somebody, ensure that they're not making decisions selfishly. Yeah. So I don't regret how fast we got married. I actually love that we're still learning each other, and that we still want to learn each other, and that when things are hard, we do our best, you know, that we still come back to each other and we still want to make it work. Because it is really easy to just walk away. Staying and working at it is the hard part. And I think people aren't patient enough with each other. So I'll put these little guys around. Yeah, that's my opinion on how the things go. Then when we got married in September, the bigger wedding with all of our friends and family, it was a piece of cake, because we already said our vows. We knew them. We've already said them. We've already lived them. We were already been married for 6 months, actually. We've already been married for a while, and we knew each other's like quirks. I remember my husband, because he already knew me, knew that I wasn't going to eat because I was so, you know, worried about the day and making sure that everything was going well, that he made sure to get me, he actually went and got me Wendy's before everybody came, before the wedding started, just to make sure I eat something. So that was sweet. And when he did that, I knew I made the right choice in who I chose to spend the rest of my life with. And I will never take it back, no matter how hard things get or anything like that. I still am going to try, because neither one of us are abusive to each other. And we do our best not to be too disrespectful to each other, or verbally hurt each other. And we both want to make it work. So that's the most important part. As long as we're both willing to make it work, then that is all that matters. This is a washi from Pip Sticks. And I think I got this washi at the Go Wild from last year. It was part of the little packet that Pip Sticks gave everybody at the tables. Every day they were giving free things. So yes, it's expensive to go, but I think with all the goodies that they give you, all the freebies, and being able to see people that you see on YouTube and stuff like that in person, I think it's all worth it. If you can at least do it once. You know, I'm always gonna say do it at least once. I forget where they're going this year, but because I want to go to Puerto Rico at the end of the year, that's why I'm not going this year. I would go if I didn't have this trip planned, but yes. We had an interest meeting for the trip, because I know the last time we talked, I was trying to tell you all that's been going on with that. And I think we all settled and finally agreed on staying at a hotel, which is great. And so just trying to let things calm down with school to go back to planning and stuff, because things just at school have gotten just everything is due at the same time. So I'm super excited because I'm gonna go to my UT is putting on a play about Despicable Me, the Despicable Me play, and it's free. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to go to that. I wish Jay is coming on Tuesday next week, and I wish she were here already so she can come with us to the play. And my best friend Madison from seminary is sleeping over, and when we go to UT together. We actually roomed together this summer in Houston. She was a great roommate. And I look at her like a little sister, because I could easily be her mom, but I look at her like a little sister. And I know she's gonna do great in whatever she decides to do, whether it's be a chaplain or a social worker. I know she's just so good at sticking up for what's right, and you know, being the voice of the ones without one. So yeah, we're going together to the play, and then she's sleeping over on Saturday. We're gonna study together because we have a midterm when we come back from break. And yes, and then Jay comes on Tuesday, like I said, and we're gonna go try out different restaurants while she's here. Joe is taking off, which is awesome. And then she leaves on the 18th. And I try just to focus on her being here and not think about her leaving, but it's hard. It's really hard. I really wish Joshua would come visit, but I understand. He's working and just took off a lot of time for his dad's birthday. So this came out really fast. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find some words in here about love. Let's see. Together is the best place to be. I think that's cute. Let's see how we're gonna put this here. I like it. Let's see. How are you liking this music? I'm trying to make sure that I play Irish music since, you know, St. Patty's month. This says no longer two but one from the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 8. It looks good. Okay, so this is from this Happy Planner sticker book. Now we gotta put some boxes. I'm gonna put this. I totally got this because I finished it. I kicked my butt, but I finished my genogram and handed it in that day. And the cleaning people are coming tomorrow. I don't know what time, but still gotta put a sticker down for it. They always tell us last minute, and sometimes they'll say that they're coming at one time and then end up coming like 2 hours before that time, because it all depends on how fast they get done with the house before us. It's interesting sometimes. Party on for Joe's birthday. We celebrated it on Sunday. We could put this for sure because it was recycle on Tuesday. We need to put this on. And my husband and I are always forgetting when is recycling. But it's on, we gotta take it out Tuesday because it's on Wednesday. And I need to get my oil changed in my car. It has been way too long. Way too long. No, what to use for cleaning? Okay, I think I'm going to use this and this. Maybe I can remove this now. Let's see. Because they're probably going to come in the morning. And you, my friend. Okay. Let's see. I love it. I think it looks great. It's very fun. I think these boxes may be better because they look more fun as opposed to so straight edge. And since this is like a game theme, I think we should do these boxes instead. And I will put these away on my time since I am currently the one putting this apart, pulling it apart. here. Okay, then one more. Here, I'll put this. And then this one is where the theater. Yeah, that looks so much better. And I think we should put some of these X's because it kind of looks like when you run out of lives in a game. Okay. Now that we got that done, I will put this inside. And fill in the information. Okay, I think we're good. I hope you had fun with this video, though we got deep in the beginning, but I am so glad that you were here with me to do our anniversary layout. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see another video like this one, comment below. Let me know what videos you'd be into. I got a haul for you coming up from Temu, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, I look forward to spending more time with you. Take care, guys. Bye.